The journey of premium nectar.
Harvesting is a delicate.
Leaving the
The journey of premium nectar begins here, in the sweltering heat required to sweeten the chaunsa mango.
Harvesting is a delicate manual art. Every fruit is hand-picked to prevent bruising that could sour the final juice.
sap burn is the enemy of quality, so the fruit is crated immediately to protect the delicate skin. Only the flawless survive the field sort, ensuring the bricks content remains high for the processing plant. Leaving the silence of the orchard, the harvest races against time to reach the factory before fermentation begins. Every kilogram of fruit is accounted for, creating the data baseline for yield efficiency. A continuous convoy connects the rural orchards to the industrial heart of the operation, keeping the supply chain fluid. Upon docking, the harvest is mere feet away from the transformation into shelf-stable nectar. Rapid unloading is critical to prevent heat buildup in the fruit stack, preserving freshness. Strict entry protocols ensure that only fruit with the correct brix sugar content enters the facility. A final air shower removes microscopic particles, clearing the crew for the high-care environment. Hospital-grade sanitation is the baseline, ensuring no external contaminants compromise the nectar. From head to toe, the workforce is prepped to enter the sterile zone. Welcome to the heart of the operation, where millions of liters of nectar flow through steel veins.
Overhead, an arterial network delivers steam and water, the lifeblood of the processing machinery below.
Despite automation, the human eye remains the ultimate filter for quality assurance.
In this phase, the freshly harvested fruit undergoes initial cleaning and sorting by our dedicated team before moving further down the line. Rotating scrubbers polish the exterior, removing every trace of organic residue or agricultural film. Air agitation scrubs the skin, ensuring the fruit is pristine before it meets the mechanical brushes. A brief steam bath sterilizes the surface and softens the skin, preparing the flesh for extraction. While the organic waste is diverted for biomass, the valuable pulp moves to the refining stage. Clean, sterile, and soft, the fruit ascends to the destoning deck, ready to surrender its pulp. Centrifugal force drives the pulp through a micromesh, transforming chunky fruit into a silky base. The destiner separates the heart of the fruit, stripping the flesh from the seed with ruthless efficiency. To achieve the signature velvet texture, every trace of fibrous string is mechanically filtered out. What remains is pure mango concentrate, thick, aromatic, and ready for the blending hall. 7 layers of protection begin as a single continuous reel, feeding the line at breakneck speed.
Oxygen is the enemy of freshness, so a vacuum chamber strips every air bubble from the liquid before packaging.
Before forming, the material passes a peroxide bath, creating a completely sterile environment for the juice. A dynamic scale weighs every milliliter at speed, rejecting any unit that fails the strict volume tolerance. Immediate cooling shocks the liquid, preserving the bright color and fresh vitamin content. The material curls into a tube, filled continuously with nectar in a closed loop that never touches outside air. Finally, the resealable cap is fused to the carton, granting the consumer convenient access to the nectar.
Precision jaws seal and cut through the liquid column, creating 300 kinetics every minute.
Mechanical origami folds the raw shape into the familiar brick, securing the structure with hot air seals. The accumulation table acts as a time buffer, absorbing the high-speed output to ensure a smooth downstream flow. Simultaneously, a corrugated tray is formed around the base, providing the structural spine for the bundle. A dynamic scale weighs every milliliter at speed, rejecting any unit that fails the strict volume tolerance.
Automated guides corral the individual units, organizing them into the standard retail configurations.
Lasers etch the timeline of the product, creating a permanent digital passport for traceability. A loose sleeve of polyethylene is draped over the formation, ready for the final thermal lock. Automated pressure belts stress test the seals, ensuring the liquid cargo remains contained under load. The refractometer confirms the sweetness profile is mathematically identical to the master recipe.
Microbiological cultures ensure the pasteurization was absolute, with zero tolerance for organic activity.
A brief thermal shock shrinks the polyethylene film, locking the units together for stability.
Every hour, random samples are pulled from the line to undergo rigorous chemical analysis.
Finally, the human palate validates the batch, authorizing the release of the liquid gold. A final cocoon of stretch wrap secures the ton of liquid cargo against the vibrations of transport.
From the branch to the box, this is the engineering behind the perfect sip of nectar.